Hey everybody, this is No Gods No Masters Yokohama, and this is a little ride I took in Yokohama the other day. I went out to go to UpGarage in my neighborhood, but as I'll explain in the video in a second, not for good reason.
So today we're taking a little trip to UpGarage. Not for fun reasons, but because I lost something there recently. Also just replaced this one.
Yeah, from here the audio gets pretty bad. It's real windy normally, and also there's a lot of scooter noise. I think the Cub sounds incredible, but intelligent people may disagree.
Sorry, the weather's not better. I don't know where things worked out today. At least it's not too cool. We've been in Japanese summer for so long. Fall. It's kind of good, I guess. It's not raining.
So I love this section of road near my house. It's a little bit of an uphill, so the Cub sometimes struggles a bit, but it's a lot of fun, generally. After this, you get into a couple of the curves, back and forth, which is always nice. You know, it's not exactly a mountain road, but it's, better than all the straights and stoplights that we're used to. As I blow through a yellow here. Just ripping as hard as I can. That is honestly the best part about the Cub, is that to do anything on it, you kind of have to go full blast. And I think, like Tsuchiya said a long time ago, like the reason he loves Corollas so much in the Hachiroku is because you can drive it as hard as you can all the time and have a good time, but not actually be breaking any rules or anything. But it's awesome. The Cub is great for that. Another uphill section. I'm looking out for that truck on the left, weaving around. You always got to have your eyes open when you're riding a motorcycle or a scooter, obviously, but in Japan and in Yokohama especially, really you got to pay attention because there's stuff that can come from anywhere at all times. Luckily when you're in the city, you're going slow, bike's plenty capable to stop and move around, so it's easy to avoid an accident, but you really have to see it coming first, and that's important. This section is really steeply uphill, and I got so frustrated at the Japanese drivers in front of me who kept braking on the uphill and slowing down, and you can hear the scooter struggling, and I'm having a hard time. And I always, if I'm gonna filter and pass on the left, I'm always trying to do it when the cars aren't moving. And so as soon as they started moving, I was like, well, okay, I gotta get behind this van. So, and then here. You're complaining. Go. You can do it, Cub. I think it's full throttle in second gear right now. Trying to get up this hill. It's hard to tell from the video, but this is a pretty steep hill. If you look at the walls on the left, you can see that they're kind of at an angle. Yeah, that's the hill. Trying to encourage people to move along. Getting around that guy. This is an important point to remember. It's just that mopeds like mine have a very specific speed limit in Japan, which is 30 kilometers an hour. I was supposed to be going 30. I was going like 25 through there, but I think it was only because of that van on the left back there. I don't know if you caught that. I slowed down because of that guy and avoided those two police officers. Though I think they probably wouldn't even notice, to be fair. If they're two together like that, they usually doing something. They don't really care if you're going like 45 and a 30 if you're, you know, driving a 30-kilometer-an-hour vehicle. People moving over for an ambulance in Japan is not always a given, so it was good to see everybody stop for this one in this case. Also, fun fact, in Japanese, an ambulance is called a peephole if you're a little kid, which is very fun.
So one of the highlights of coming here and this route in particular is that on the left is e-racing. So it's kind of defunct. It's not really clear what exactly is going on with the company. The founder died, I think earlier this year or last year, I can't recall. The website's still active. They say they're still making stuff, but the shop has not been open at all. So, but what they do have is this place called Racing Paradise, which is actually a slot car racing track, which is really just a weird thing to have. There's even like a track in the slot car place called the Mountain Path that's sponsored by Manabu Orido. R.I.P. From here,
So coming up here is kind of a, I don't know, not sketchy, but it's a right turn in Japan, again, on a scooter. You're kind of not supposed to make right turns at four-way stops. You're supposed to do like a left turn to do a right. But again, very few people actually do this unless it's convenient for them. I was jazzed to get through on the green and not have to wait, or, you know, there was no oncoming traffic. Everything was great, good to go. But I was certainly a little bit nervous about that turn initially. This little section is cool. Like, there's these like high-end car dealerships, and the one on the right had a Morgan, like a convertible Morgan shooting brake thing. Real weird. I need to go back and look at it. I'll go across this massive intersection under the overpass, and then there she is. However, I am currently half an hour early to get to UpGarage. So they're definitely not open yet, which kind of sucks, but, you know, stuff happens. I probably should have planned better. So at this point, I decided to pull over, check my phone, and see what I can do or what time it is. And long story short, I decide to go to 7-Eleven and get some breakfast. And on the way to 7-Eleven, I get on this road, which is the road right in front of UpGarage, and there's a lot of big trucks. And this guy decides he wants to pass me, which is always a good time. I get over as far as I can, slow right down. And there he goes, scraping my elbow. It's alright, no big deal. Oh. See what I mean? Cars will come from anywhere, anytime. You just gotta keep your eyes open, pay attention. We got oncoming cars, we got a guy pushing an old lady in a wheelchair, we got pedestrians, all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, that's part of what makes these rides fun, though, man. There's always stuff going on. Anyway, it's kind of an anticlimax, but that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it.